Well, hello and welcome to our Q&A today. Get Papa O in there.
Oh.
There you are. Okay. Let's see. Let's start with Beverly Hill.
Oh, there's no S on it. Not Beverly Hills.
I would love to visit and see the lights, like at Temple Square. Just beautiful. That word doesn't even express how lovely it looks. That's so true. Is the Temple Square open to public? Yes, it is. Anybody can go there and walk around and see the beautiful lights and everything.
Yeah, it's mainly just the pretty gardens that are around it, but they're open to everybody.
Yeah, they're open to everybody. That's a good question. Okay, you want to read the next one?
Mrs. C. C-E-E. Okay. What if a person isn't sealed to a family upon death? Good question.
Yeah, if they're not sealed, then that's the work that we do in the temples. We get people sealed together. And so it will be taken care of, and then that person can accept it or not if they want to be sealed to a spouse or to their children or
But
to
we
their
don't
mom and dad.
make decisions
Yeah,
to
we
seal
don't.
them.
Yeah,
To seal them. It's where we have it written down
the name.
where two people got married. And
Then that person just accepts it. So that's a really good question. So that's just what happens, what the work we do in the temple. We get people sealed and baptized. And so, okay, Shirley Newman, how's Papa O doing better?
no.
Hope Papa O is doing better.
From what?
When you cut your leg.
Oh.
The last video it showed you cut your leg and your finger. Show them your finger.
It's not too bad.
And your leg is doing much better. You'll
No,
be able to put your leg
no,
up there?
I can't get up that way.
I was going to say, wow. So thank you. That's really nice.
Thank you,
Sweet.
Shirley, for
And then,
commenting.
yeah, that's really nice. And then Liz Atwater wants to know why Kathy is getting her leg amputated. She says it's something hereditary where the ankle slides off the foot, and the left foot she was able to get operated on and get it a brace put inside or
off
some
the
metal.
foot, I think off the heel part of the foot.
Yeah, the heel part of the foot.
And she caught an infection in it.
In
and
the
they've
right
been
one.
Months and months and months trying to get rid of the.
About a year and a half now, I think it's been.
Get rid of the infection.
Yeah, they can't get rid of it, and she went to 3 different doctors. They said
3 different specialists.
And they said you have to cut it off, and then hope the infection goes away. So, on the 18th of December is when that'll happen. But okay, so prayers would be greatly appreciated. That'd be nice if the infection went away. Then they could operate and fix it.
But they've been trying for a year and a half.
They've been trying for a year and a half, and they can't get that. So, if you do pray for the infection to go away.
Because an infection doesn't heal, eventually gets in your bloodstream and
the infections
go to your heart.
are the hardest thing to deal with. And she's not diabetic, so hopefully...
she is a bit overweight, but that's what I thought it was, had to do with...
Yeah. Diabetes.
Diabetes, yeah.
Yeah, so prayers would be appreciated if we can, before the 18th, that's 2 weeks, to pray to, if we get prayers from all around the world to get that infection to go away, then they can operate, put a brace in there, and she can keep her leg there. But thank you so much, Liz. Okay, Grateful MC.
How fun for the grandkids at Grandma's house. Not only do they get to make pancakes for breakfast, but they get to spell their name with them.
We did letter pancakes, metal cookie cutters.
I love the snowmen. Yeah. How long did they last? Well,
how long did it take to melt till they melted?
Let's see. They haven't melted. They just tipped over.
They tipped over. It took, within 2 days, they already started tipping, but they're gone now. It's been, has it been a week? Yeah,
no,
it's been a week.
No, the big part of the body is still there.
Well, there's like that much left.
Okay.
They're kind of gone.
I forgot. They're melting every day.
They're kind of gone. Okay. And I don't know how many of you watched Davey and April and Davey's last podcast.
Podcast, yeah.
iPod. Watch their iPod. Podcast. They talked about the Christmas bells. And so I thought I'd kind of explain that a little bit, what that is, because I think it was a little confusing. I'll start back when I was a kid. My dad he got some bells from his dad. They were Swiss bells, and
Well, they're cowbells.
Cowbells, or no, they're not cowbells.
No, they are, because when I was in Switzerland,
Oh, they have those on them?
Oh yes, and they explained it really well.
Because the cowbells we have are shaped different, but in Swiss they have the
They're
round
different
ones.
tones. And
Interesting.
The purpose is, if you see a cow half mile away and you can hear the bell ringing, you know exactly which cow it is.
Oh, because they have different tones. I did
Yeah.
not know that.
Yeah.
Interesting. And on the Bueller side, they're Swiss, and apparently my grandpa, my dad's dad, had these Swiss bells. And so my dad got them. He traded them for some pigs for my grandpa, and got these bells. And then my dad wanted Christmas to be special for us, and so he would ring those bells, and we'd get so excited, and he'd come in and turn the lights out and in the house, because he didn't have a costume, and he didn't want us to see him. Then he'd come around
Then
to
there
each.
might be children listening to this.
I was thinking that there, but Santa would come around and come to each of the rooms, and he'd give us an orange and a chocolate candy, and talk to us and ask us what we wanted for Christmas. And he'd spend about an hour and go around to each of the rooms, and then when he left, he'd turn the lights on, and then we'd all go into the living room and talk about what we saw, and how excited it was to wake up the next morning to see our presents that Mom made, or we didn't get much, but and then when we got married, for Papa O, Christmas was different for him.
We didn't celebrate Christmas.
They didn't do much, and so
my mother was divorced and working just to keep me alive up in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're trying to heat the house and make me a lunch to get to school.
And so Papa O, he was more than happy to have Santa come to our house. And so he would reenact that. We got some bells, and we'd get the bells ringing, and then Santa would come to the house.
But I think I based it on what you told me.
Yeah,
about
what
your
I
dad.
told him.
Yeah.
And Papa O Santa, he would be so nervous that the kids would know who it was, and so he would throw the oranges and then run out quick. And so when Davey was saying he would throw the oranges, that's why.
Well, I would do it so they wouldn't have to listen to me.
Santa would do it, yeah.
And I every time I did it, I was waiting for them to say, "Dad, I know it's you." But they didn't. They never did. Tell them about your brother that said he sounded just like
Slade. Yeah, he'd say it sounded exactly like you, Dad. Exactly. But for those that don't believe in Santa, Santa is real. I mean, Santa is real. It's a real person. And when Davey was talking about on the podcast, if you want to know what that is, go to David Orgill and look for the podcast. It was the latest one. He has them come out every Monday.
It's a little bit like April and Davey, except it's not a video.
Kind of like a Q&A.
It's a broadcast.
Yeah.
And a lot of celebrities will do it. Movie stars will do it, and sometimes if they're can't get on a radio station on a regular basis, they will get on podcasts.
Yeah, and so then Davey talks about where he has to go to the bathroom, and he...
So he had to be in about 2 or 3.
No, he's like 10. Okay, so we hear the bells, and we can hear Santa coming in, and Davey's just freaking out, and he says, I have to go pee really bad. And so I'm trying to help him, because all of a sudden the lights go out.
Because you don't help a 10-year-old go to the bathroom.
Because this is what the lights went out. I can't remember what age he was, but 10 or younger, and the lights go out and it's dark. And so I'm just in there, and I say, Davey, just start, hurry and go, and he could hear Santa in the kitchen. Oh, where is everybody? And Davey's just freaking out, and so he just starts peeing everywhere. And I said, no, try and get it in the bathroom. And I'm hitting the toilet so he can at least go by sound because we had no light. And so he pees on my hands. And so that I have to explain that story. And I'm washing my hands and he finally gets in there. So that's what he's saying, how crazy it was. It's just hard to explain because that's how Santa was at our house. And Papa O, his Christmases were way different, so it was nervous but fun for you to do it, and for us to have a Papa Santa, and the kids loved it, and to ring the bells, it was just really special.
Well, I would mysteriously disappear
Mm-hmm.
to go check my computer, make sure it's still working,
Yeah.
or make sure the internet's up, and that's when Santa
It's just
would come.
way exciting. And then in my video where it's Jimmy Joe leaves that morning and then we have the family Christmas, and my sister Judy is explaining about the bells. One of the questions, the next question is Tara Babe 58. She says you couldn't hear what she was saying about the bells with the background music too loud. I forgot to turn the music down. She was talking about how special the bells are, and then she named each of the siblings: Roy, Brent, Chris, Sherry, Kathy, John, G, Jane, Connie, Slade, Brad, Ben, Lisa, James, John. And then she just says that's how we knew how much Santa loved us. Santa Dad loved us because of the time he put in to come around to each of our beds and ask us what we wanted, and with the lights out, and just how special it was. And then Judy continues on to how she came to write a song that's in that video. I'll post the video here so that you can see what that was. But anyway, that explains. And sorry about having the music so loud there while she was talking. And that kind of explains what Davey was talking about. And April, it was hard for her to understand the tradition that we had with the Santa Dad coming into the houses. we might have to video it. Well, we do have some video of Davey has some videos of his. Okay, Jeanette Friesen.
It's always hard to say goodbye. How long did Papa O live in Canada? I was 9 years old when my mom and I left Canada to come to California where my grandma lived. My mom was born an American, but her parents were farmers in Alberta, Canada, because they got the land cheap, and it was a pioneer life. And then my mom's siblings all married, most of them married Canadians.
Yeah, so 9 years, your first 9 years you lived there, huh?
Yeah.
I need to go back and visit and stuff, but you have a lot of
memories. They made fun of my short pants I wore to school because you didn't start wearing...
When you came to the United States, they made fun of you. Yeah.
Well, because they had some of the British styles.
I'll post a few pictures of Joe, Papa O with his shorts on as the little fellers, and they are cute. Did you do suspenders too, or just the shorts? Can you remember?
I don't remember wearing suspenders.
Okay.
I remember having them, but not wearing them on a regular
And you
basis.
remember riding, was it a trolley? Called a trolley?
Yeah.
You remember riding the trolley, and his mom said that you would always say hi to each of the people.
Well, I'd walk
on
up
there.
and down the aisles.
Walk up and down the aisles, and you were
Say
just
hi to
really
everybody.
friendly. And they'd ride into town on the trolley to see, I guess, your mom's dad that owned a fish store, or what?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
No, it's my mom. Yeah, my mom's dad. Well, it's his stepdad.
Oh, her stepdad.
Yeah.
Okay.
But so that was in Vancouver, which is on the west coast, maybe, I don't know, a few hours from Seattle over the border. Right next to Vancouver Island.
Wow. So you have a lot of memories there, and then with your brother Colin, you'd have a lot of fun. Okay. Then Rosa Fagan, she says, what were the Christmas bells about? She couldn't hear Judy talk. And then we just kind of explained
But
that
I don't
already.
think... See, I was on a mission in Switzerland, And so I knew that was true.
Yeah, see,
but
I
was
didn't know that.
telling
I want to tell my brothers and sisters that. They don't know that about the bells.
them. No, but if you let your cows graze in
Makes
a really
sense.
big field, and certain cows are milk cows, you don't want to say, I can't tell if that's her a half mile away.
It makes sense.
And the cow would be mooing and walking a little bit, and you can tell by the bell
Yeah,
which cow it was.
I think that's some information that they would love to hear. Okay, Grandma Bear Hannah. This is April's mom. I love the Christmas songs. Does Judy have a Christmas CD? Yes, she does. And I've been playing a lot of her songs in the month of December. If you want her Christmas CD, just go to her Facebook, Judy Rhymes Chisel, and message her that you want a Christmas CD. And she'll mail it to you, and there's just some really good songs on there that she's written. Just beautiful. Okay, Ancestral Bliss.
I am wondering, Momma O, do you know, let's see, what a lovely day. Thanks so much for sharing with us. I'm wondering, Momma O, do you know April's sourdough bread recipe, and could you share it?
I've never made it before, but I noticed on April's video, Davey and April's video today, it's called Why Babies Stink. At the end of the video, she goes through how she makes it. And I thought, well, great. I might even try to make it, but April and Davey, maybe I can post it here, but she, at the very end of the video, she takes you through the steps of how she makes that sourdough bread. Just really interesting how she makes it. I've baked it for her when I've been there at the house. She says, make sure you put the bread in. And so go to that video to watch the sourdough bread. Okay, we're going to end with a couple of quotes. And thank you for your questions. And boy, Christmas just right around the corner. In a couple of weeks here.
2 weeks from today?
Yeah, today.
2 weeks from today is either Christmas Day.
Yeah, it is. 2 weeks from today. Okay.
Okay.
Because today's Wednesday and tomorrow I post the video. Okay.
If we don't change, we don't grow. If we don't grow, we aren't really living.
That's true. If you just stay the same, you're like, you know, in the video Little Mermaid, where the Wicked Witch, she talks about flotsam and jetsam. What that is, it's the stuff that lays stagnant in water. It doesn't move, do anything. It's just slimy stuff. And it's interesting she calls them that. And it's stuff that just sits and grows green, slimy. Yeah. It doesn't move. It just stays there. And so that's how that is with
kind of like wet moss.
Yeah. And here's another quote that I like. Be where you are, otherwise you will miss your life. I like that because we're in the generation of cell phones, and we can be sitting right there with someone, and yet we're off in some other world, some other place with our phone, and we're missing what being right there where we are with that person.
We've got some good memes on cell phones. One of them is a picture of boy and girl going on their first date.
And they're both on their cell phones.
They're both playing on their cell phones.
And it says, be where you are. And sometimes it's hard to put that cell phone down when you're with somebody, but do it. Be where you are, or you will miss it.
All of us in our family, most of us, use the iPhone. And the iPhone has some menus of how long, where you're spending your time on your iPhone. Is it with a certain game? Is it playing? Is it looking at pictures? Is it taking pictures? Is it uploading?
Is it watching kitty videos?
Yeah.
On YouTube? Is it watching Momma
O? And there's a way he can monitor his kids, how long they're on their phones.
And it'll tell you how much screen time
and he can shut off the Wi-Fi on it so that... And he does it, and it's working. Yeah. It works really well.
And nowadays, you see people walking looking at their phones.
And crossing.
A lot of people are getting killed, walking off cliffs and hitting into poles, being hit by cars. Just lift your eyes up and see what's around you. Be where you are, or you're going to miss it. And I saw a cute ad on TV where it shows a guy looking at his phone and the girl walks right past him, and this is supposed to be his future wife. And they just keep missing each other because the guy, the girl are looking at their phones. And then it shows another scenario of they're not looking at their phones, and she drops something and he goes over to pick it up, and they lock eyes and they get married and have a family. And the other scenario is they just never do meet. So you don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss a thing. Well, thanks for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And remember to keep those questions coming. And if you want to be notified when our videos come out, ring that bell. And let's hope that we'll see what happens in January with YouTube, what they do with our videos. So hopefully they'll not take ours away, because we're not kid content, but you never know what'll happen. But thank you so much, and let's see what tomorrow brings, and good night.
Good night.